What's up, my Blixabites? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to a brand new speed build and video. But anyway, guys, hi. If you guys are new, hi, my name is Blixaar. I am a Sims YouTuber. I do, dibble and dabble and a little bit of everything in The Sims 4. But yes, if you guys are new, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can, be reminded every time I post a video. And yeah, anyway, guys, this is a build that I had in mind that I really wanted to do. And it was pretty much ever since Life and Death came out, the Life and Death expansion pack came out, and they just gave a lot of features of having caskets and just different funeral options. I guess like funeral, like decor for just like your builds and stuff. So I just was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely motivated now to make a not funeral home, what is it called, a graveyard. And yeah, I just really do love how this build came out. At first I was a little nervous because I just didn't really know what to really fully put all around. Like I didn't know if I should put like an actual building and all that, but I ended up deciding to put like a chapel type vibe in the on this lot, and I added inside of it just like basically a setup of a funeral. I really wouldn't envision your Sims coming here to get married or anything. Like honestly, maybe your vampire Sims might come here to get married at a funeral, not a funeral, at a graveyard. That might be kind of on like on par for their theme or like for their vibe. But just like aside from that, I mainly decorated it for a funeral, and I just felt like this would be a place where pretty much all your Sims just all around the world of just I guess all your worlds. In terms of how I play my game, I really don't like, think like, okay, like the vampires and the werewolves and, all the supernatural, but the occult Sims, they like shouldn't mesh with my I guess like my human Sims. But I feel as though that really doesn't matter to me because I feel like the game is just whimsical like that. I hate to use that word, it's so cringy, but in the sense of the game is just so quirky and just random, and just so I just feel like it just really doesn't like bother me to have like occult Sims mixing with my human Sims, or yeah, my regular Sims. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, so I just felt like this was like the one all stop and shop for all your Sims in your worlds to come here and get rested peacefully. And I don't know, I just really do love this build. But if you guys are enjoying this build too, it is also too on the gallery as well, and it's under the hashtag Blixaar, or the tag or the username Blixaar. But yeah, anyway, I was about to say, and also too, this barely has any custom content in it. When I tell you, I was usually I was mainly using, what is wrong with my words, but I was mainly using a lot of debug items, and also too a lot of, just like I said, the Life and Death pack. What was the other one that I used? Vampires I used a lot of, and I would say I used a little bit of werewolves. Like I was just trying to use a lot of the occult packs because I felt like they all have that kind of darkness to them or vibe to them. So I definitely wanted to do that. So I also did have fun adding like that little circle window up top, and I did want to add these little stained glass windows too as well, but I just felt like the color of them, they were just too bright, and they just wasn't really fitting the vibe and aesthetic that I was really going for this, I guess, this just this graveyard. And also too, I really had fun just like going throughout my catalog and finding different items that would fit into the graveyard that you wouldn't expect to fit in the graveyard. Like for example, I added all around towards like the end of the video, I added a lot of, not a lot, but I added like a couple of just, what are those things called, like the fog machines that came with, like I think it was Party Essentials pack or something, and it was a kit. But basically I put those all around just to give the illusion like it's spooky, it's giving, it's a lot of mysterious fog around the area, and I just felt like this was definitely vibes. And also too, I had fun adding like this hole in the ground to kind of envision that someone is actively in the middle of a funeral, and I just added just some chairs, and also just like a little, I forgot what those things are called. I guess like a flower holder. I don't know what they're called, but yeah. And yeah, I really did really love how this little area turned out. Honestly, I really enjoyed just doing this build in general. I do want to also to kind of like dibble and dabble, have some fun with just broadening, I guess, my horizon in terms of my building and my building styles, and just starting to, I guess you can say, challenge myself in a way. So like I was really thinking after I was done building this little, I guess, graveyard, I was thinking about doing a, I guess, like redo or I guess revamp of the, what is that? I guess like Vlad's what is this thing's called? Vlad's I can't even think of it. His like his castle or whatever. And I low-key wanted to do that, but I was like, I don't know. Like that seems like a big task. But I was also, like I said, having so much fun doing this build and just like the, I don't know, like the occult in The Sims 4, honestly, I don't care. Like unpopular opinion, maybe it isn't an unpopular opinion, but just for the sense of what I'm talking about right now, unpopular opinion, I feel like the occult are really slept on in The Sims 4. Like I feel like a lot of times when just everybody that I see, a lot of the times, most times they see them like, pop up in their game, they're like, ew, like go away, or I don't want you to like, bite my Sims. But I'm just like, honestly, I'm here for it. Like it just adds a little, adds a little storytelling to your game, a little drama, you know what I mean? So like I don't know, like I said, I don't really mind the occult in The Sims 4. So I just, look, I love them. I love vampires and werewolves and stuff. And like I was that type of person that was super into, and I'm kind of still am. Like if they came out with something like like now and more updated, I probably would watch it, depending on if it's like cringy, because I feel like a lot of the times people try to make movies and shows that's like fitting to like pop culture, and it kind of dates the movie, and it's not making me want to watch it again. It's like, okay, I watch it one time and it's just like ugh. But like like not Vampire Diaries, but yes, Vampire Diaries, Twilight, all those are like my favorite movies and shows to watch in terms of like supernatural. I never was like someone to get into Teen Wolf, but I definitely heard people say like good things about that show. But that's what I'm saying, like those old 2000s, I wouldn't say old 2000s, but like early 2000 or mid 2000 shows that just were about like occults and vampires and werewolves and all those cool things and mermaids. Oh my gosh, did you guys ever watch the show Sirens? It was basically just like about vampires and what vampires would kind of look like. Not vampires, about, I guess, sirens and mermaids, what they would look like in just like the real world. And it was kind of like a sci-fi show in a way, but it was also too like a drama. It was so good. And I'm thinking like I might want to rewatch that. I might need to go revisit that, because like when I tell you, I was definitely feeling that show a lot. It was definitely good. It was super good. But yeah, I think they like discontinued it, and I feel like that's how it always is with good shows. They always discontinue a show that's good. But yeah, like I haven't been having anything good lately that I've been wanting to watch. If I'm being honest, I've been just rewatching stuff, and right now, like I'm on The Office right now, so like I've been rewatching that, and then after that, I'm probably just gonna rewatch Vampire Diaries, if I'm being honest, because like I said, I just don't have anything new that I've been wanting to watch lately. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, this right here is like the inside of the chapel of the, I guess like the church. I don't really know what they really say this is. Again, it's not really somewhere I feel like you would get your Sims to get married at. Maybe you would have your vampire Sims, like I said, again, get married here, but again, that really wasn't my intent in terms of what I was making this, this graveyard and gravesite for. But yeah, I really was having so much fun just like adding so many just different what is it called? What is those things called? Gravestones all around, and just different items that came with this expansion pack. It was super fun to like build this little graveyard, and also just adding, because at first I was just gonna do terrain, color, I guess terrain tool or whatever. I don't know, but basically I was going to just do that with the flat, terrain editing. But then I was like, okay, look, I found in debug this, I guess like these like lumps of dirt to kind of envision that like, it's the plot of, for the gravesite or the gravestone. So I was just like, okay, this is perfect. And I added them all around, just, in front of each gravestone around the graveyard. And yeah, I just think this is pretty much it in terms of what everything is like, going to look like in terms of, I wouldn't say floor plan, but yeah, floor plan or, grave plan. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but yeah, like genuinely, I just feel like this just looked super on par with just what I was thinking about in terms of what I wanted this funeral gravesite to look like. But yeah, this is pretty much it in terms of what I started adding. This is like the point when I started to go into debug. I think this is when I started going into debug, but sooner or later I started going into debug and finding so many more plants and stuff like that. And like genuinely finding so many plants all in debug kind of saved this build, because at first I was going to like, pause it and then take a break because I was just like, yo, like it wasn't turning out how I wanted it to, in the sense of just the, I guess like this, the grass, like, or the, just like the terrain, not terrain, I don't even know what to say, like in the sense of just like the, I guess like the trees and the greenery and stuff like that. It wasn't a lot of options just in like regular, just like in the regular buy, build and buy catalog. So I had to go into debug, like I said, and they had so much more plants in sense of, in terms of this pack. And I'm just like kind of curious, like, why is that, in the sense of why does like all like pretty much like it will look like that the catalog is empty in terms of when you buy the pack, but then when you go into debug, they have all these different plants and they're high quality plants. Like they look like something that could have been in the catalog. Like I don't know if that's like something that maybe they just probably just do, and then just it just doesn't really matter because they know that we can get it in debug. But it's just like, I don't know, it's just so much easier just to get it out of the catalog instead of having to go and type in my cheats. And I'm just complaining just to complain, low key. But like genuinely, but you know what I mean. But yeah, also too, I added this cool looking like photo portrait, and it looks like basically like a sim god controlling like the spirits, or like a sim spirit or something. I don't know, but it just looked like something that would be in this place. And just like, I don't know, I really do love how this inside also too came out. I felt like it was perfect in terms of the size. I didn't want it to be huge, but I didn't want it to be so small where I couldn't add all the things that I wanted to add inside. And I felt like, so how tall the walls are, I just envisioned that the walls were just like filled with different pictures and different objects, and just different, I guess, just paintings of the vampires. And I also added one that had like a werewolf scratch in it, like maybe a werewolf probably got into Forgotten Hollow, like the world of Forgotten Hollow, and they probably just was on a rampage and just tore whatever they could tear up. And I don't know, like who knows. But I just definitely had fun with this, and I don't know, this makes me want to like play with occults right now. Like I don't know, maybe I might have like a little let's play for some like occult sims, or a little occult storyline, or just playing with occults just to see how they I don't even know, just to, I guess, play with them because I miss them. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go soon, but I'm just also too wanting to wait. I'm like tripping up on my words. But anyway, I was going to say, I just want to thank you guys so much too on all your love and your support. And also too, I'm super excited because I am finally almost done with my Let's Play. And I did also post a, what is it called? I posted a, what is it called? Like a trailer, like a little 1 minute trailer yesterday for my Let's Play. And it's like a little teaser. And I'm super excited for you guys to see what it's all about. And like the fact that I feel like I'm actually going through with this, and it's not just something that I'm like, I think it's because I know I'm so confident, and it's because I know where the direction it's going, and I feel comfortable telling the story. You know what I mean? Like I felt like before, when it comes down to storytelling, I told you guys before, I just feel like the Sims sometimes don't listen to you, and then like your story is not like giving what it's supposed to give, and it's just like, ugh, I don't know. But I really think this time go around, it's really gonna it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna be good. And yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go because yeah, this is pretty much the build. I just added, like I said, a lot of debug. This is when I started to add, like I was telling you guys, like the plots of dirt, and I also added like this little like lump of dirt next to like the open grave or whatever. So just like to envision that a sim or your sims are about to close up the grave before you say your last goodbyes. And I also did add, I don't know why my words are so tongue tied today, but I also did add a what is those things called, like a flower, like a bouquet of flowers to go on top of the grave, on top of the casket, just to envision, like like I said, this is a ceremony that's going on right now. And yeah, I just really do love how all this came out. And I also did add a lot of just different just different. Oh, I also added that like little like piano, or I don't even know what those are called. Like what's those things called? Uh, I can't even think of it. I can't think of it. Oh my gosh, what are they called? They're called I was about to say accordions. No, why can I think of the freaking name of them? But yeah, anyway, it's not a piano, organ. Yes, that's what it is. But it gave like just like funeral vampire, and I can envision someone playing it during a funeral or something. But yeah, anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'm gonna go because we're gonna start wrapping up. And knowing me, I'm going to either talk before the video's over or talk, you know, long after the video's over, and then I have to like edit it and do all this crazy stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go, guys, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I want to thank all the new subscribers, all the new Blixabites that joined the galaxy. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And it isn't Pixar, but it is Blixaar, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Alrighty, guys, happy simming, and thanks for watching, and enjoy the screenshot. Just the screenshot. Honestly, this video, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do a whole bunch of screenshots for this, like, because my video was acting stupid. Not my video, but my computer was acting stupid, and I kept having to restart my computer. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's not a big problem, because if it is a big problem, I'm gonna be upset because I don't got time for that. But bye.